Hey, what's up everybody? Dean down Sear Performance. We're getting after it on Gen. I got 99% of the wiring pretty much done. I'm waiting for the MSD Atomic trans controller and harness to get here. It just shipped today. I got the inputs and outputs strung across. I'm kind of debating on which side of the truck to go in, either down in the fender well. I just set the fender back on there for now because I'm pretty sure the MSD box, I'm gonna have some wires come out where that stock where the stock ECU harness used to come out, to make it easier. But I got all new fuel lines on, dash 6, the PTFE. I capped the regulator side. I put a gauge inline on the inlet side. Ran it all the way down. The feed is run all the way down to the regulator, which is mounted right there, which has the return off the top. It's upside down, it doesn't matter. Then I got a 100 micron filter and the compression lines going to the tank with the feed and the return coming off. I got to clean up the wiring right there a little bit. Then I got the positive and negative terminals. They have like 3 big posts and then probably 10 or so small posts that you can attach to. So I have the ABS. This is the ABS wire. Used to be the ABS wire because the ABS module sat here. This goes direct over to the battery. So I put that on the center stud, and then these are all the relays. These 6 are for all the relays in the new relay panel. This one is the Holley Terminator, direct to battery. Then I have all the grounds on this side. So that's all done. Trying to get the nut on, watching in the screen. And I got rid of the relays for the fans. I have to run one more like main ground from here to right here. This has the fans and like the horns and headlight are all on here, even though I did on the battery kind of move the wiring around a little bit. I took the negative off of this stud. It was like the spare negative, and I put it over here, down here on the radiator core support. So that's like a direct battery, but I don't rely on that to, I mean, it would probably work and not give me an issue, but I don't like to rely on that to give me a good ground on this side. So that's why I'll run that cable down and over. Got the distributors all plugged in, the Holley's all plugged in. I got the Hyperspark set in here. The Hyperspark coil is kind of just set in there for now. I think what I'm going to do is once I get the MSD and the wiring in for that, I'm going to probably mount the Hyperspark box up on the fender, kind of tucked under there, and then the coil I'll probably end up mounting kind of right there, right on the top of the inner fender. And I also grabbed like just a regular HEI small block Chevy, actually off of the Monte Carlo. I grabbed one of the spark plug wires off of that to run the coil wire, because Jeff had his was real short. The coil was mounted here. They had screwed it into the AC box, so it was just a little shorty. Actually, it's right there, that little wire right there. So I grabbed this one, put it over there. What else was, the fuse box. I got the line lock in, the lines are ran, all the brake lines are fixed to it, tightened. I gotta bleed them. And then I put in, come on, the relay box and fuse panel. So as of right now, I've only got 2 fuses. One is for the distributor and one is for the sniper. I think. Or the Hyperspark, yeah, one or the other. And then I have the 2 fans here and the line lock right here. But I did pin, this is your battery, direct to battery positive here in all 3 of these extra ones. And then these are 12 volt ignition on here. So if ever he wanted to add anything in, same on the fuses, these are all the 12 volt in, like ignition in. So if he ever wanted to add anything, we have all the extra pins. He can just wire them direct into this fuse panel. He'll probably have 2 or 3 extra fuses, and most likely these 3 relays, maybe only 2 relays, whichever. But it's got a nice, like, sealed lid. It's got that little O-ring that goes in there, and it clicks in pretty tight. So that's tucked up on the fender nice. I got the dashboard all pulled apart, and what I did was, this ignition wire here is for power windows, which he doesn't have, but the wires are already in there. It's already fed on the back. You can see the orange one here is like 12 volt coming in, and this pink one is 12 volt going out, key on ignition. So I stole this one and ran it to the relays. So that way there, you know, he's got it in the factory fuse panel that feeds 12 volt to the relays. The ones that are wired in right now are ground triggers. So the 2 fans come off the Holley and they're ground triggers. So the Holley sends the ground for the relay out, and that's what turns it on. So you have to have 12 volt key on and battery there, and then you have your 2 outputs going to your fans, which I tucked behind, and they go all the way, and then all the wiring for this is tucked behind it. There's a hole in the fender, kind of like that side. You can see somewhat of a triangle hole there. All the wires go in through that hole, so I didn't have to like drill his fender or anything. But that's pretty much it. He brought up the reservoir tank, brought up some hood latches. I got in the buttons, so we'll put the line lock and the 2-step on the buttons. Probably mount it right, you know, the 2 buttons like right here or right here, and then the light for the line lock here, or whichever way I decide to do it. Easy enough for him to get to is kind of what I'm going for. What else? That's pretty much it. I mean, it's been a little more work than I had originally kind of thought, but I'm pretty much happy overall, and I believe Jeff's happy overall. He stopped by yesterday to bring grill and all the other parts. So, you know, he seems like he's pretty happy with it, with the progress that we've made. So I'm gonna keep working on it today. I mean, once I get the MSD box and I can mount everything where I want it, I mean, more or less the truck is ready to fire up. I mean, if I was to hook up these 2 wires right here, the Hyperspark wires, you know, I could probably start the truck today, but there's no need to get jumpy. I still got to do the transmission lines, and I think what I'm going to do is take them off and route them over the transmission, because it's really, really tight with the exhaust, the way they had to roll down, and then they have a crossover coming over. So it'd be really tight to get 2 lines back up here plus wanting a grill. I don't know that it would fit here, so I think I'm gonna take the cooler that he brought, and it's a pretty big cooler. It's the 10,000 or 9,000. Yeah, it's a 9,000 super cooler from Doral. I think what I'm gonna do is mount it kind of under the driver's seat, sort of on a forward angle, so the front will be a little bit lower, and this way the air coming under the truck will kind of scoop up and through it. I just kind of have to see how that works out. These transmission lines are gonna probably be a mile too long, so I may end up making new lines. I bought a second PTFE kit, and that's pretty much what we got with Jeff's car. And you can kind of notice the 33 is back, and that is a long story. You notice that there's a nice big puddle of oil, but ends up being that reusing a reconditioned crank is not the smartest thing you can do, especially when it's 20 thousandths under on the main rod journals and 10,000 under on the main journals, or vice versa. I can't remember which it was, and it was so bad that they had to actually weld journals to fill the metal back up. So apparently that's not a good idea to reuse, even though the owner tells you to. So yeah, that motor's got to come out, go back to the machine shop, but that's for another day, and there won't be a video because that'll be me screaming and swearing a whole lot. But Jeff's truck coming along, working at it. Like I said, I'm gonna keep working on it a little more today. I may end up mounting the Hyperspark box, the CDI box for that. I may end up getting it mounted so that it's already done, and when I actually put the fender on and finalize it, the mount is there. I could just bolt it on and plug it in and not have to worry about anything else. But yeah, I mean, that's the only other thing. I mean, kind of dumb. I shortened the return hose and rolled the pressure hose down where it was standing up. It used to loop way up here, so I rolled it down and shortened the return hose so it's not quite as long. And I did also move the coolant sensor to right there. So this harness here is the AC compressor, the high pressure coolant wire, and these two alternator wires, and that's the only harness that's really coming across the motor other than the Holley coolant temp sensor, which I still got to get this one out and put a plug in there. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for this video. Like I said, I'll keep working on the S10, and yeah, in the next video it should be starting up and running. All right, I mean, thanks for watching. Please thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified, and leave me a comment. Thanks.